Welcome to the third e-learning session of SST, and in this session we are going to discuss about the northern plains. We have already discussed about the Himalayas in the earlier session, and in this session we are going to discuss about northern plains, its formation and the other important features of the northern plains. So let us start. As you can see in the picture, it lies towards the south of Himalayas. We have already discussed that this region was covered with Himalayas. Towards the south of Himalayas lies the northern plain. This region is northern plain. Okay. Now let us understand how does the northern plains have been formed. As discussed earlier, we have talked about the important rivers. These important rivers have brought down the sediments along the foothill of Himalayas and formed the northern plains. Those important rivers are River Indus, River Ganga, River Brahmaputra. Okay, the interplay of these three important rivers along with its tributaries had helped in the formation of northern plains. So how they have formed the northern plains? Let us understand with the help of picture. As you can see, when the river flows from the Himalayas, they brings along with them with the sediments, silts and other materials from the Himalayan region. These are deposited at the foothill of Himalaya. That means they deposit it out here. Okay, this is the foothill of Himalayas, and these sediments are brought and it has been deposited here like this, and it takes millions of years to form this. Okay, in this process they made a plain. This was a valley structure. Now slowly with the deposition it has become a plain. So this fertile plain is called the northern plain. Okay, in this way the river has formed the northern plain. Now let us discuss about some of the important features of northern plains. So if you can see in the picture, it spreads about, the first point is it spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometers. So if you see this area properly, you will find that this area is about 7 lakh square kilometers. Okay, the length of the area is 2,400 kilometers long, and what is the breadth? The breadth is about 240 kilometer to 320 kilometer. Okay. Now the next thing is about the density of the area, density of population in the area. Now as we have already understand that this area is very suitable for agriculture. Now you can see the river has brought down the sediments, that is alluvium, and it is very good for growing of crops. So because of this reason the agriculture can be done very properly. Well developed agriculture can be done. Because of this reason the people have been settled in this region, and the river which flows through this region also drains this region. That means this region has got adequate amount of water supply. It has also got a fertile soil and a favorable climate for agriculture. Because of these three reasons the place is densely populated. Okay, let us discuss about some of the important features which is found in the rivers. Okay, now as the river flows down towards the northern plain, it slows down. It slows down and it starts depositing whatever material it has been bringing from the mountainous region. Slowly and slowly it gets slower and slower towards the northern plain, and in this course it becomes very slow. That means in the lower course the river becomes very slow and starts deposition of the silt and other material. Now in this process they forms certain structure, like in some time they form a island in the river, like this portion. This whole region is a deposition of silt and other material in the river. Now this is the river bank. Okay, and these are the water bodies that flows on both the side of the island. Okay, that means this has formed by deposition. This whole island is formed by deposition. Now when we talk about Brahmaputra, in Brahmaputra the island has been formed. This is the biggest island, or you can say the largest island, and the name of this island is the Majuli Island. Okay, the name of this island is Majuli Island. When the island is formed inside the river, we call it a riverine. We call it a riverine island. And when we talk about Brahmaputra, Majuli is said to be the largest inhabitable riverine island in the world. That means the people stays in this island. The life is there in this island. Okay. So I hope you understood this. Now the river shows another important features in the northern plain. Now what are those features? I'll show you on the board. This is the main river that flows toward the northern plain, and in the lower course, as I said you, that it gets lower down. Okay, in the lower course it's become very slow, and because of which the depositional process is also there. So in this region, when the deposition process is also there, the river slowly splits into different branches like this. Okay, this is the deposition. So the flow of river is not fast, it's very slow, and then that because of this reason only it branches out into different rivers. Okay, small streams. So these small streams which have been branched out from the main river is called these tributaries. Okay, now with this we have understood about the certain important features of the rivers in the lower course. Okay, now let us understand the different section of northern plain. Now northern plain have been divided into three different sections. The first one is Punjab plain, the second one is Ganga plain, and the third one is Brahmaputra plain. Let us discuss this in detail. Okay, the western part, that is this part, the western part of the northern plains are referred to as a Punjab plains. Okay, now these plains are formed by the Indus River and its tributaries. As you can see here, Indus River has got different tributaries. The first one is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Satluj. All these rivers, that is Indus itself, has been originated from the Himalayan region. Okay, from the Himalayas it has been originated, and it has drained along the northern plains and watered the surrounding region in the northern plains. Okay, so we can say that the section of plain which is drained by the river Indus and its tributary is called the Punjab plains. It is referred to as a Punjab plain. Okay, now the section of plain is dominated by dobes. Now what are dobes? Dobes is an area of land that lies between the two confluence or convergence of river. Now what is confluence and convergence? When the two different rivers meet each other, or when it converges towards each other, it is called a confluence. Okay, now when this river is another river and this is another river, okay, this is one river, this is another river, when these two rivers meet here, this portion is called the confluence. Okay, now when the area which lies between these two converging or confluencing river is called the dobes. Okay. Now one more thing that we have to understand here is that the major part of this plain, the Punjab plain, lies towards the Pakistan. That means the major part of this Punjab plain lies in the Pakistan. That is why we do not have all the tributaries of this river in the India. Only three important tributaries makes the Punjab plain in India, and the remaining other two tributaries along with the other tributaries makes the Punjab plain of Pakistan. Okay, now let us discuss about the Ganga plain. The Ganga plain extends between the Ghaggar and the Tista river. Okay, now there are certain states which it covers. Now it spreads over the state of northern India, and this is the region where it spreads. The states which lies in this region are Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, and partly it also covers certain states like Jharkhand and West Bengal. Now the next one is the Brahmaputra plain. Now this plain forms the easternmost portion of the northern plain, and it particularly makes up the Assam. That means particularly in Assam lies the northern plain. I hope you understood this. Now we know that the northern plains are often described as a flat land, but it is not so. Okay, now there are different kinds of relief feature even in plain, and according to this relief feature, according to the variation in the relief feature in the northern plain, it has been divided into four divisions that we are going to understand. The first one is your Babur belt, the second one is your Tarai, the third one is your Bangar, and the last one is your Khadar. These are the four divisions according to the relief features. Okay, and we are going to understand this in detail. Okay. Now let us understand these divisions of the northern plain according to the relief feature. Okay. Now, as we know that the river originates from the Himalayas. When it begins its journey, it is a stream. The river is a stream when it begins its journey from the Himalayan region, and slowly it reaches out towards the south, that is towards the northern plain. Okay. Now, and you can see here, this is a Sibalik. From Sibalik, the small streams, when it enters towards the northern plain at the foot of Sibalik, it deposits the pebbles. Okay, the pebbles, the small stones and pebbles, and this region it covers about 8 to 16 kilometer. Okay, the area of about 8 to 16 kilometer, which is parallel to the slope of Sibalik, is called the Babar. These regions are covered with small pebbles. Now, these stream which passes through this, and these pebbles are brought down by the streams itself. Okay, and when it passes through this Babar, it crosses this 8 to 16 kilometer of length, and when it crosses out at the end of Babar, it converts into the water body called river. That means the stream ends in the Babar and emerges out as a river in the Tarai region. That means the Babar lies between 8 to 16 kilometer at the foot of Sibalik, and as soon as the Babar ends, there is a birth of river. Okay, that means the streams get changed into river. That means it takes the form of river. Okay, now this region, as soon as the river begins, this region is wet, swampy and marshy, and the surrounding region is fully covered with the dense forest, and lots of wildlife are here. And this region is called the Tarai region. The largest part of the northern plains are formed by the older alluvium, and they are mostly formed above the floodplains of the river. Okay, so these regions are mostly covered with a calcareous deposit, and these calcareous deposits are locally called the kankar. Okay, the soil deposits here are mostly composed of calcareous and other material. That is why these regions are not so fertile comparison to the newer and younger deposits like Khadar. Okay, Khadars are flood plains formed by the freshly deposited alluvium by the rivers. Every year, or we can say yearly, it is getting renewed by the deposition of a new alluvium brought down by the rivers. Okay, so this is very fertile. The Khadar is very fertile in comparison to the Bhangar. Bhangar is also fertile, but it is not as fertile as Khadar, because Khadar is renewed every year and the fresh alluvium deposit is here. So because it is very fertile, intensive, it is ideal for intensive cultivation or intensive agriculture. Okay. Now here I want to show you a small difference with the help of diagram. This is a floodplain, and this is a terrace-like structure of land. Okay, which is above the floodplain. This is your floodplain, and it is above the floodplain in a terrace-like structure. Here the deposition of alluvium is older, while the region which is nearby the river or which is near to the floodplain is the fresh alluvium deposit. Now this is the old alluvium deposit, and here is the fresh alluvium deposit. So this is your Bhangar, and where there is the fresh alluvium deposit in nearby the floodplain, or the floodplain is called the Khadar. So that is why it is fertile, and it is not as fertile as the Khadar, because this is old alluvium deposit and this is new alluvium deposit. I hope you understood this. Okay, class 9, with this I would like to end up the session for today, and we'll continue the chapter in the next session. And for now, I want you to revise the concept once again at home. Okay, stay safe and study well at home. Take care.